Hello and welcome back to Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, where today we're taking on Leicester and Man United. Some interesting results for the Newcastle team. We've not done too badly. It was Bordeaux, we lost 2-0 and we drew 3-3 with Chelsea, I think, in the last episode. Maybe we just did that, I don't know. I got very angry in the last episode. We lost to Southampton, drew with Burnley, drew with Groningen and drew with Bournemouth 3-3, and this game really pissed me off, right? We had something like 19 shots, I think it was. You can't look at the stats, can you? I think we had 19 shots, 11 on target, and we scored 3. Bournemouth had 4 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. It's just... Right, I'm streaming FIFA at the moment, every night, every day, about 1 o'clock UK time. Pretty much streaming FIFA every time. It's on the YouTube channel. It's not fair to say FIFA's a better game, right? And it's not fair to say Pro Evo's a better game, because they've both got their problems. But the problem with Pro Evo is that, one, the AI doesn't shoot. And I could probably download a mod to change that, but I can't be bothered at the moment, right? The AI doesn't shoot unless it thinks it's got like a 95% chance of scoring. Which then means that to defend on Pro Evo, you have to defend to stop the computer just shooting. And they won't shoot from outside the area, really, and they got a chance. In the Bournemouth game, they had one. I brought my goalkeeper out. He tackled someone about 10 yards outside the area, 5-10 yards outside the area. It fell to the Bournemouth, I think it was Callum Wilson. I think it fell to Callum Wilson. All he had to do was shoot. But because he was outside the box, he tried to pass to a winger, and my defender intercepted the ball. It's just... PES is getting on my tits a little bit at the moment. We have changed formation, though. We've gone to a 4-3-3 lopsided formation, which is scoring goals for us. But as I said, the computer's just deciding it wants to score goals from anywhere. But we're going to take on Leicester City, and Schubert is not up for it at all, so he can come out. We'll put in... Where is Haaland? He's been on the bench, but he can definitely start. He's our best striker at the club. Malinchuk can definitely have a start because he got a hat-trick from left wing, so he can definitely start. And in fact, let's start Shalov, and we'll start saint-maximin on the right, and we'll go with that. But yeah, so I'm just a little bit, at the moment, a little bit disenchanted with Pro Evo. I don't know if it's because I've played Pro Evo for years and coming back to FIFA sort of fresh that it's making a very good impression on me at the moment, or I haven't found the bugs in FIFA, or I don't know, there's things in FIFA that still annoy me, like the fact it's all based around pace. If you've got a pacey team, you're going to win at FIFA. But I don't know, it's just Pro Evo is annoying me, and I apologise for the raginess. I know a lot of people like it, and I went on a bit of a rant. But we've got Leicester and Man United today, so it should be an interesting episode. But let's see how we go. Oh, I've left that pass too late. Offside, clearly offside. That one. Yeah, miles off. I mean, and there's other things, like the differences are stark. Like FIFA is the presentation. I say this a lot. The presentation in FIFA is second to none. It's absolutely unbelievable. I still think the gameplay, from a human point of view, is better in PES. Like the player movements that you can do, the animation, it's a lot harder to do tricks and skills that go round people. Sometimes it's too difficult. It should be, you know, step over should fool a defender every so often. But in FIFA, the tricks are too easy to do to get round people. As I said before, it relies on pace too much. But yeah, I forgot what my original point was going to be about this about this rant. Go on, Dybala. That's a deflected shot and into the arms of Casper, I'd imagine, in goal. But it's been very good to play FIFA. It's been great, and the streams are great fun. So come and get involved. It's, as I said, about 1 o'clock UK time every day, 8 o'clock in Singapore, so it's after midday. And hopefully you can come along and get involved and enjoy. There's a lot of the usual channel members are there and are getting involved, which is great in the chat. So right, let's see. Oh, that's not the game's fault. That was my fault. I will admit that. Like, the players... I remember where I was going to go with my point earlier. That's not where I wanted it to go. The like, changes to tactics you can do in FIFA are much better as well. Like, encouraging where you want your strikers to run. Do you want them to run in behind? Do you want them to play like a target man? Do you want them to be and act like a false nine? Do you want your wingers to come back and defend? Do you... these are things that were in Pro Evo years ago. Pro Evo 6, maybe, I think Pro Evo 2011. There was one that had Thierry Henry and John Terry on the front, which was probably one of my favourite Pro Evos ever. And you could do these things. You could tell your players where you wanted them to sort of run with little arrows, and that, I don't know. Master League needs a huge revamp, a massive revamp. I'm hoping it's coming with the next gen consoles. I was hoping it was coming with the next gen consoles when the Xbox One and the PS5 got released, but you know, that didn't come through. As that's a wonderful ball through. Come on, Shalov. Like that, you should. I know tugging the shirt and stuff that happens in football and there is contact, but that sort of contact, that's a foul. That is a foul to the attacker because he would go down and the man would get sent off, or his pace would just accelerate away from him. I don't know. It's just, I'm just getting a little bit annoyed. Good ball in for Roberto. It's cleared away though. Down the line, stay onside. I mean, what is that? That's just a dink across in. If you haven't realised, I'm just going to show you both games in full, and we'll go from there. Just with me randomly ranting about things, probably, which I know people do enjoy. But yeah, it's weird how neither. Obviously, no one will make the perfect game. There'll always be something wrong with it. But it's so strange how both games have their flaws in different parts of their game. But I mean, look at that. Like, I should definitely have the pace to get away. That was for Shalov. Why wouldn't that be for Shalov, that pass? Why would he just leave it? Oh, it's infuriating. And that happens on FIFA as well. But yeah, it amazes me that with these football games, like, why haven't... Surely the FIFA people that EA Sports, the makers, the game designers that make FIFA, will play Pro Evo to understand what their competition has, and I'm sure they will think, you know, FIFA is far and away the better game, which is fine. That's their opinion. They make the game. That's what they want to think. And I'm sure the people that play PES will pick up FIFA and go, oh wow, you know, this is a good game, but our game plays much better. But why aren't people at Konami looking at FIFA and going, oh my god, look at their menus, look at their animations, look at their press conferences, look at the fact that everything you do and say has an effect on the players and morale. And yeah, it's easy to cheese it in the press conferences in FIFA to get morale up, but look at what you can do. And then why aren't the people at FIFA going, oh, look at what you can do for PES and how the people play it? But, like, you know, it's the simple answer is that both developers are just literally focusing on Ultimate Team and My Club, because that's where they get their microtransactions, that's where they make their money, and that's what they're always going to do. Dybala, if you... Oh, why? Why would that be for Shalov? In real life, he would never jump over that ball. Even if his strike partner calls for it, he wouldn't leave that, because he would know where the other defender is. I shouldn't have played today. I'm still raging from the games that Bournemouth. I shouldn't have played the rage episode. If I'd done it for the Bournemouth game, it would have been probably double about what I'd actually raged about, because it was infuriating. I mean, they've absolutely battered us in this game because I'm just getting annoyed and I need to chill. I do need to chill. We'll stick with the lopsidedness at the moment. Right, second half, chilled out. Let's go. Let's get into this. Let's go a bit more attacking. I probably could have got that ball if I hadn't changed my strategy, which is a little bit annoying. Jose Perez. Oh, I thought I kicked that against him. Early sub. Oh, Vardy on. Well, well, well. Jamie Vardy. It's going to go long. Trying to get Vardy on it straight away. Saint-Maximin, that's a good ball. The other thing about, I mean, look at that. What can I do about that? My defender has literally intercepted the ball, and then it's decided to have a bad touch and give the ball to Jamie Vardy. The other thing about PES is that the close control dribbling is so hard to do when you're not a new player. When you're not a new player to the game, when you are a new player to the game. But yeah, I guess it's turned into a bit of a PES FIFA comparison, and I feel like I'm in a good place to do that at the moment because I'm playing both games simultaneously on the channel, and FIFA's got a very bad rap from a lot of people that have played FIFA this year, and they play FIFA every year, so you know, I'd respect their opinions more than mine. That was terrible. I don't know what I was doing there. Again, Dybala, stop jumping over the pissing ball. At the moment, I think FIFA, in playing both of them together, I'd say FIFA's the more enjoyable game because it feels less, as much as people say FIFA is scripted, it does feel less scripted for me. Ref foul? No? You're going to say you got the ball there? Okay. I don't think either game is scripted, by the way. I don't think scripting exists. I just think the computer changes mentality more than you realise, and changes things that you don't realise about people staying forward and defending and strategies and stuff like that, because they don't have to go to a pause menu to do it. Like that, they've just changed wing rotation. There's no way a human can do that without popping into the pause menu and making it happen. Oh, come on. Why? Good defending. I've recovered that reasonably well, that situation. Oh, piss. I should have kept on going with Dybala. Yeah, so as I think you can tell, I'm getting a little bit pissed off with PES. And I'm not one to simulate games, and I want to win something with Newcastle. I'm fed up of starting PES games and not finishing them like Wigan. But what I find about PES is that it's much more... Oh god, that was terrible. And now I'm buggered because this is Vardy. Like, that annoys me. Why wouldn't Vardy accelerate into the space in front of him? And the other thing about PES, all the teams play like each other. It's so infuriating. Ah, deflected. The thing with PES is that every game sort of feels the same, because I know that Leicester are going to keep the ball and try and pass out of the back, and they'll go long eventually when I cut off all of their passing angles, and then it's just a bit of potluck who wins the header. They'll try and run in behind, ball over the top, work it out. And again, there's mods that I could probably use to change it, but it will change all the teams, and all the teams will still play the same. FIFA, I've played FIFA, right, and I've played Burnley, and they do go long. They go long to the height they have up front. That was terrible. And like PES goes long, but they'll pass around the back just like Leicester did a minute ago, and then they'll only go long once they've run out of options to pass it forward through the lines. And every team basically tries to play like Barcelona, and it's infuriating, absolutely infuriating. But I think well, it's 0-0. Leicester have absolutely dominated us. I've hardly had a shot on goal. I'm wondering, by the way, if I go to camera settings and set it up onto, is it dynamic wide custom, I think. I mean, it looks so much different now that I'm playing it like this. This is similar to how I play on FIFA, and that's going quite well. Civilo with a punch. So let's see how I get in over... the only thing is that you can't see too much of the pitch like this, but it may make passing and shooting a bit... Oh, Dybala, what are you playing at? One of the best players in the world, and literally couldn't control the ball. That really annoys... And PES has this thing where it's built in, where if you win the ball with a tackle, the other player becomes a bit of a, like, knobhead about it and just won't go to the ball, and it's very, very strange. Like, that's a good ball over the top. Yeah, so like you'll nick the ball, and then the player that you've just tackled will always stumble, and you should always come away with the ball. There may be a couple of times where you don't. That's a good ball in. Again, why are you stopping? I'm fine. I'm fine. It's good. Yes, saint-maximin. Here we go. Oh, he saved it. Bloody hell, Kasper Schmeichel. 5 minutes to go and you save that. Unbelievable. They think Haaland is the best left back if we bring him on. We'll put a thing in there. It's a good save. It's a very good save. Apologies about this video. As I said, I probably shouldn't have made it like this, but this is what we've done. Ooh, cleared away. Oh, Bentaleb, I thought you were going to get that. Get a bit more pace on the wing with David. Well done, saint-maximin. Had a good run at the end there. Oh, offside. Yeah, so there's such limited options in PES that it's a little bit infuriating and annoying that you can only do like, oh, we're gonna play a possession game, or we're gonna play counter, or we're gonna play long pass, or we're gonna play short pass in build up, or we're gonna do a wing rotation or not wing rotation. We're gonna do hang on, Dybala, there we go, take that, thank you very much. Yeah, and that's a little bit infuriating. I love this man, absolutely love him. Hopefully he's won us that game, and if they go up and score straight from kickoff, I am going to be fuming. It was a good finish actually. It was a good finish. We can lower it off attacking now. Cross into Jamie Vardy. I mean, my defenders touched it out of my own way, so that would have been infuriating. That's a good tackle to be fair, but there's only... Just waste some time. I desperately need a win. So, there we go. 1-0. 88th minute Dybala win. I might be because I changed the camera angle, to be honest, and I don't know, it's less authentic for TV. And I know people really like this PES series, and I apologise for this video. Or for that game anyway. I'll do the Man United game like I would normally, so I'll commentate it normally. But I just had to get that off my chest. That it's been very... I've had a lot of thoughts about PES recently. And I just feel like I had to get them across to you about how I'm feeling about it. And as I said, I'm not saying FIFA is the better game. I'm just saying I'm getting frustrated with PES a lot. But Man United away at Old Trafford. Here we go. We're just gonna... Oh, what have we got to deal with in manager's office? Bentaleb. No. Negotiations. My team. Bentaleb. Renew contract. We'll give you 47. Yeah, done. Next match. Right, hopefully Dybala's up for this. What have we got? We've got Isaac up for it. Dybala's up for it. That's good. Kadabek's up for it as well, but we're going to start Roberto. Haaland can definitely come on the bench. We're going to start with Isaac. We're going to start with Miranchuk out there again. We're going to put Shalov, Isaac, Harriet, Bentaleb. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. Happy with that team. And if I've learned anything at all, it is when Dybala is on an up blue arrow, you pretty much shoot from him wherever you are. Which is key. Yeah, key. I mean, again, how PES haven't introduced something whilst the game's loading for you to do. I mean, I'll get annoyed. We're at Old Trafford. It looks brilliant. It does look good in this. On Sky Sports, live from Old Trafford. Here we go then. Manchester United versus Newcastle. An old rivalry back from 1994. I think when Kevin Keegan famously made his speech about Man United having to go to Middlesbrough and get a result. And they did. And Newcastle did not see the league out after holding a 12-point lead at Christmas This Newcastle team, though, nowhere near that sort of levels as they are in early, though. Pjanić gets a shot off. Great save from the goalkeeper. Sergio Romero with a wonderful save there. It's a lovely ball for Dybala. Seems up for the game today here at Old Trafford. Obviously rumoured quite a lot. Good touch from Pjanić and a wonderful save to touch it round the post. And Dybala will be over this corner in a cloudy... Oh, it's a good ball in. It's going to fall to the edge of the area. Will be kept alive by Pjanić. Oh, and he's got his pass wrong, straight into the feet of Martial. Martial gets back, and well, Man United on one hell of a counter-attack here at the moment. Lingard lays it off to Bruno Fernandes all the way across Luke Shaw. Martial turns, gets a block on the shot, and Schubert puts it behind. No, it's not gone off for a corner. Pogba with a shot. Schubert gets up and makes a decent save. Still 0-0 at Old Trafford. Martial, good spin and turn. Schubert may have left that. Didn't quite get his angles right. It was kept in play and hooked back into a danger zone. Pogba with a hit. A good save from Schubert. Straight down his throat. But did well to touch it round for a corner. And it's going to be Paul Pogba for Man United in front of the singing end. As it's sort of headed away. Cleared away well. And can Newcastle break now? Good pace. Isak calling for the ball and he gets it from Pjanić, and his pass off is terrible, looking for Shalov, and Man United regain possession. You would expect Man United to dominate the ball at home at Old Trafford, as Phil Jones is getting a run out at centre-back. Not a sight we've seen too much this season. As a long ball up towards Martial is headed back very well by Elveldi, and Schubert dives on the ball, wastes a little bit of time here at Old Trafford as rolls it out to Elveldi. In it goes to Bentaleb. Rumours that he is signing a new contract with Newcastle amid interest for some other clubs. Fired in towards Dybala. There it goes. Dinked in looking for Isak, and Romero comes and claims no De Gea today for Man United in a strange selection move from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But the ball is picked up here into Dybala. Tight angle. Gets his shot off. Hits the bar. And it goes behind for a goal kick. Man United. Terrible clearance from Romero. Great header into the path of Pjanić. And he weighed this path into Dybala. Could have squared it. Fancied a shot from a tight angle and it hit the bar. Phil Jones couldn't keep up with Dybala there. And Man United counting their lucky stars as it's 0-0 still at Old Trafford. And Newcastle appear to be the better team at the moment, but you cannot write off this Man United team. Matic into Shaw, up to Bruno Fernandes, back to Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard. Not too many changes in this lineup for the Man United team, or too many new squad players, as it's played into Dybala. Oh, unlucky. Try to feed it into the path of Isak. But Pogba around the corner from Lingard into Bruno Fernandes. Shot goes past the post. Just sliced across it. 20 minutes gone. And still 0-0. And Man United are going to try and prevent Newcastle from playing out the back as they like. But they're not going to do it very well if they don't push up their fullbacks to cover that position. Pjanić into Dybala. Good ball out to the right hand side to Kadabek, who finds himself in some space. Gets the ball back. Dybala again. Nice flick around the corner to Bentaleb. Some space is opening up, but Newcastle can't take advantage of them, so sensibly just keep the ball. Oh, he's going the wrong way there, and it's easy for Maguire to read that one. Matic, Luke Shaw, over the top, looking for Martial, asking him to run, but Elveldi holds the Frenchman off, picks out his centre-back partner Badelshi, and Newcastle again moving the ball from side to side very well here. Newcastle. Dybala. Oh, looked again to put it into Isak. Haaland on the bench, the big money signing. He's a top goal scorer for Newcastle this season. But hang on, Isak could be in here. Gets a shot off deflected. Saved by Romero. As the sun beating down in Old Trafford, causing a pretty horrible shadow on the pitch that we'll have to make sure the goalkeepers deal with in the second half. Mate, you see a cap or two being brought out. As Bentaleb gets the ball up, it goes towards Pjanić into Dybala. Up to Shalov, into Isak. Isak onto Dybala again, and Eric Bailly defending him well. Good strength from the Ivorian. And nearly half an hour gone. Still 0-0, but Newcastle giving a good effort at this game here. Across the edge of the box. Shalov with a hit. Not the best hit in the world from Shalov there. Left-footed. Commonly a right-footed player, so not a good effort as Romero goes long. You can see there, Pjanić leading the dribbling stats in the game. Very impressive that for Newcastle. As Paul Pogba picks up the ball in midfield. He's not got too many options on, but does find Aaron Wan-Bissaka into Bruno. And Elveldi does very well with that one. Feeds it into Shalov, and Luke Shaw reads the ball. But Shalov's Robbed it here, and Isak could be in. He can put this through for Dybala, and you do not expect Dybala to miss these chances. He's hit the bar again. Can you believe it? Dybala is not in luck today. Crashing shots against the bar twice at Old Trafford. Really, really unlucky. You fancy the Argentine to score in today's game at some point. He's up against Phil Jones here. Isak lays it in. Dybala! Oh, Romero denies him this time. He's hit the woodwork twice. Romero once. It's a fantastic save from his international colleague. As it was fed in here. Phil Jones with a good tackle, but it only fell to Isak. And Dybala tried to place this one. And Romero with a cracking save. And Newcastle United are on top at the moment. Dybala over the set piece. Fires in a corner towards the near post. And it's headed away. And Martial will pick up the loose ball. Puts a good ball into Bruno Fernandes, who goes through looking for Jesse Lingard. Shot from range, easy from Schubert to touch and then pick up at the second attempt to make sure. Saw no runners coming in. Some decent goalkeeping from the French goalkeeper. But Newcastle will be ruining the chances they've missed in this. And this man Dybala is all over the game today. As Isak, oh, he's robbed by Phil Jones. Good defending from Phil Jones. Derided at times at Old Trafford. Said he didn't want a testimonial because he knew he wasn't the most favourite player of the fans, which is always sad to see. Someone who's given 10 years, whether they've played a lot or not, or played well or not, you'd like to think a 10-year servant of a club should be honoured. But anyway, back to the game. Here comes Newcastle into Bentaleb, up to Dybala again, who's picking up a lot of pockets of space. Dybala comes forward, no pressure on him. Could be a risk, but Jones gets there to close it down. Pogba up to Martial. He seems to be playing up front with Jesse Lingard today in a interesting formation change from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Isak gets the ball, turns, still going, lays it off. Dybala from range this time. Phil Jones gets his body in the way. He's having a good game back there, Phil Jones. A few errors, but for someone that hasn't played very often, you would expect that. Isak did well just to nudge this into Dybala's path. Fancied the hit first time. And Dybala with a Phil Jones with a good block. Goes behind for a corner. Dybala over the ball. Fizzes it in across the goal. Maguire with a great header to get that one away. Edge of the box, dipping shot. Romero, fantastic save. I think it was Sergio Roberto having that shot there. Dybala putting the corner, great header away from Maguire. Knocked back from Miranchuk, and Sergio Roberto with a fantastic effort, saved very well by Sergio Romero in goal. Dybala over it again. Puts it in. This one too close to Romero. Good catch from the goalkeeper. And he tries to get Man United underway, but at half-time, an entertaining game at Old Trafford, 0-0. Phil Jones having a pretty good game. Dybala's got away from him a couple of times, hit the woodwork twice, and also had a great save from Romero. Apologies that I'm going a little bit like white and see-through. It's because the sun, if I lean forward, I'm getting the reflection of the sun off the screen, and I can't really play back like this. I've got a feeling it might actually be my curtain. So, I mean, that hasn't helped at all. That has made it worse, if anything. Should we open that? I'm just going to be bright and maybe go translucent at times. But let's get back into the game. It's very, very hot today in Singapore. It's been like 38 degrees, 37, 38 degrees all day. And my little office's air conditioning is struggling to keep up. That's not quite the ball I wanted, but it's worked out. Dybala, Isak. Ooh, around the corner to Milanchuk. And Newcastle will be hoping they can maintain the game they had in the first half. It goes long up there. It's a good win by Elvelde. Isak round the corner into Dybala. Lays that back. Shalov picks up the ball, but it's read very well by Matic. They've brought Rashford on for Martial. You would have thought Lingard would have been the choice to go off, but it's Martial on for... Rashford on for Martial. A deadly finisher, Marcus Rashford on his day. And he puts this into the middle. Great save from Schubert and cleared away in the back as Wan-Bissaka wins the header. Eric Bailly put under a bit of pressure. Panics that clearance away, but the game's got a little bit sloppy now. Matic up to Rashford. Well defended there from Elvelde and nearly played himself into trouble, but Schubert collects the loose ball very easily. Chilwell. Nice 1-2 to get a move going. Chilwell runs forward with it. Looks back in the middle. Lays it on one more to Dybala. That's a great run forward. Isak with a shot. He's offside. He's just offside. It was a good run from both strikers there. Just his foot. His foot was just off. And Newcastle United, again, will be happy with the chances they're creating. Saves inside the penalty area. 4 apiece. It's Lafont in goal for United. Sorry, not Romero. So a very good goalkeeper in his own right. Lafont making a couple of good saves today. Bentaleb robbed by Pogba, who then hits it into Lingard. And Newcastle get a bit of fortunate there. Milanchuk's made a good run up the line. Lays it in field to Paulo Dybala. Paulo Dybala, oh, he's just looking to get away from Eric Bailly. Good tackle though. As Luke Shaw goes long. This 3 at the back formation proving good for Man United defensively, but they could be in here offensively. Lingard's in, keepers come out, and it's 1-0 at home, Old Trafford. 1-0 Man United, and it's the much derided Jesse Lingard who gets the goal and brings out a dab as the Man United fanfare goes off. And that is 1-0. It's a bit of glory, glory Man United. And it's 1-0 Man United now, and Newcastle have it all to do after dominating the first half. Dybala plays it into Isaac, probably not too long until we see Haaland as Lafont comes and claims that ball very well indeed. He goes long with the kick, looking for Bruno Fernandes, up against Bentaleb, who wins the ball well. Shalov into Dybala. Wan-Bissaka wins the ball. Rashford with a bit of pace and a bit of space to run into. Finds Lingard again, but can't handle the strength of Badelj. Then finds Ben Chilwell. And Milanchuk giving a good run up the line. Poor pass from Chilwell though, really poor pass. Should have done better there. As it goes long, looking for Lingard again. Does well to bring it down, but can't again hold off the strength. Lingard's lacking a bit of strength there. Sergio Roberto. Into Harrit. Harrit gets it back. Looks for Roberto again, and Pogba picks up the loose ball. Rashford has Lingard making a run. Great interception there from Elveldi. Dybala flicks it on, looking for Isaac. Does get a toe on the ball to let him get there first. Great ball in. Dybala, oh, just out of his reach. Couldn't get the shot off. And Phil Jones clears it away. And, well, that's very poor control there. It's just bounced through as Rashford has a chance to come forward with it. Elveldi. Fernandes back to Rashford to make it 2-0. Surely he's been put off, and the referee says it was totally fair. And Newcastle United live to fight another day, and they have to make something happen soon. They are running out of time. Isaac lays it back, goes forward in towards Dybala. Dybala back to Miranchuk. Miranchuk, Jones with a great header away. As Sergio Roberto has gone down the right, but defended well by Luke Shaw. Still working this around. Newcastle being patient, waiting for options. That's a poor pass, easy for Wan-Bissaka. Back to Lafont, and away it goes. Newcastle look to build again. 14 minutes to go. They are running out of time. Dybala looking for Shalov. In it goes. I try to cut it back, but the referee's brought it back for a late free kick. And there's a bit of argy-bargy going on between Dybala and Bruno Fernandes. No love lost there as Dybala, as he released his pass, yeah, just caught late by Bruno. Two club captains having a go at each other. As Dybala will stand over the ball. Dybala has a hit. There's a lot of curl on it. Easy for Lafont though, curled it too much. As Haaland comes on to replace Isaac. And Lafont can just eat up a bit of time. It's a good header though there. It's fallen straight to Dybala. Goes out towards Miranchuk. Tries to feed it through. Dybala gets a shot off. Save from Lafont again. Really good goalkeeping there from Lafont. As Bentaleb is being a pretty good shield at the moment. And Haaland could be in here. Haaland's in onto his left foot. Haaland rifles it home. The substitute makes it 1-1. And Erlinger Haaland with 10 minutes to go gets Newcastle the goal they've been desiring in this game. And it was Dybala's through ball. It was a throw out from Lafont. Bentaleb read it well. It fell here to Dybala. Good movement from Haaland. Picked it up, got the shot off, and you're not saving that when he hits it that hard. It's 1-1 here at Old Trafford as Oyarzabal comes on to replace Miranchuk on that left-hand side. Probably a bit unfortunate to be missing out in the starting 11 today, but Miranchuk has been in a rich vein of form recently. As now Newcastle United have the wind in their sails and are going to try and make the most out of this game as they've got players rushing forward into potential goal-scoring positions. Bentaleb has to go backwards though. Into Chilwell's feet. Chilwell to Dybala. Around the corner into Shalov. This is good play from Newcastle here as Dybala's been released again and he wins a corner. No, he doesn't. It goes behind for a goal kick. Double deflection there. As Saint-Maximin is going to come off for Shalov. 3 attacking substitutions by Newcastle in this game. They're going for the win. And what will happen here at Old Trafford? It's been a good, close game. As Lafont goes quick, goes long. Rashford wins it against Elvedi and it's flicked down towards Pogba. And go long, looking for Jesse Lingard, and that's just going to roll out for a goal kick. And that could give Newcastle a very valuable point at Old Trafford. Rochelle goes out to Chilwell, who's looked tired running up and down the left-hand side all game. Dybala into Razabel. Razabel looks to just see if he can get past Wan-Bissaka. Obviously a daunting task. Wan-Bissaka, one of the best tacklers probably in world football at the moment, as Lingard picks up the ball. They're working this well with some nice passing, Man United, and they've got a 4-on-3 situation here. Rashford just delayed the cross though. Saint-Maximin got back well. Bentaleb, oh that's a poor, got lucky with that one. Bentaleb there, as that's a good ball out to find Oyarzabal into Dybala. Great challenge though from Phil Jones, but now there's a bit of space opening up. Dybala, great tackle from Eric Bailly. Had to get that one right, and it ends 1-1. Haaland, the sub, being a bit of a super sub for Newcastle there, getting the result. The goal to get the result of 1-0 as both teams look a little bit distraught. I think both feel like they could have won that game, but it goes into the dressing room at full time at 1-1. Newcastle United arguably dominating the game, and Lafont having a wonderful performance. But your man of the match is Jesse Lingard. So yeah, 1-1, a pretty good result to be fair. They are up in 5th. We're in 13th still. We beat Leicester, who where are Leicester? Just below us in 14th. Apologies about the face cam. As I say, it's the light coming through the window. Not much I can do about it. We'll just quickly see who wins Asia's best player. It is Arnautovic, who is obviously in China right now. Well, whether he's there now in real life, I have no idea. But let's go into this. Club rankings update, Bentaleb. All we need is your signature. Let's go and get that done. And we will end the episode there. Apologies for the rantiness before. Apologies for the face cam. It's been an apologetic episode. We'll accept that contract. Yes. Good. And we will then reject that transfer bid. Yes. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back for what game? What game should we come back for? We've got Wolves, Palace, West Ham, Sheffield United, Forest. Okay, let's come back for the FA Cup. West Ham and Sheffield United we'll come back for. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then. For now, I'm out. Cheers.